Welcome to Rock and Pop Mandolin RPM, your site for learning classic rock and pop songs on the Mando. Today's song is very, very fun. A really fun tune back from the early 1980s. Maybe a song you've never heard, but if you grew up in that time period like I did, this song was all over the radio in the early 1980s. A really fun song. A really weird, quirky song, too, if you look at the lyrics, but the guitar part, which you can play on the mandolin, is actually really, really fun and really simple. There's only a few chords in this tune, so I think you'll have a great time learning Blister in the Sun by the Violent Femmes. Once again, my name is Mike DeJong. Thank you very much for tuning in to this channel, RPM, Rock and Pop Mandolin. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button down in the lower right corner there. Please hit that little red tab. It really helps me to continue to produce videos for you on this channel. Also, leave a like and some comments down below as well if you feel like it. But now let's take a look at that very quirky, very fun to play song from the early 1980s, Blister in the Sun by the Violent Femmes. All right, let's take a closer look at the Violent Femmes' Blister in the Sun on mandolin. A really fun little lick that you can play all on one string, actually, if you want. It's quite simple, and well, the song in general is pretty simple, only a few chords, but again, it's got a really fun little beat and fun little lick. So here it is, played on the G string. Here it is played on the G string and then with some chords. All right, so what am I doing there with that opening lick? Well, the first part played over the G string, which is somewhat appropriate, I guess, for the content of this song, but that's another story for another lesson. So what we're doing here is basically playing these little quick pickup notes here from B to C. All right, so it's 4th fret to 5th fret. All right, so and then you're going down to that G for the first few occasions. So like this. All right, so there's a little pause there the second time when he goes and he goes down from the C to the B there. So you see how they change up the rhythm pattern and the notes there? It's actually only the same 3 notes, G to B to C, but they just slightly change up the cadence or the rhythmic pattern there to make it more interesting. Right, and then the next time. So what I'm doing there is I'm throwing in a sort of a harmony note up there, which is in the G chord, because this is all played over a G, right? So you could, if you like, throw in that high B note there over this G pattern. You don't have to. The guitarist in the Violent Femmes does that a little bit later on. He doesn't just play the single note pattern. He adds some higher notes on the guitar, sort of droning notes. So you can do that with the mandolin as well if you'd like, or you don't have to do it at all. You can just play that simple pattern. But here it is again. So I'm letting both of these notes, both of these open strings ring out there. The D string well, this is not an open string, but the open D string and the B note here, I'm letting ring out while I'm playing that. Just gives it a little more fullness, a little more richness to the pattern. So the chorus part is actually pretty simple as well. In fact, there's only 2 simple parts in this entire song. The chorus is over in E minor, so he goes, let me go on like a blister in the sun. Forgive me for my singing. Hands along with the one. Right, so what are the chords for that chorus part? You got an E minor, let me go on, like a blister in the sun. That's a C, so E minor to C, and then finally D. So one more time, let me go on, like a blister in the sun. Let me go on, big hands and under the one. And the bass player goes, right? But you're just doing that. You're holding on the D chord, and then back to the... And that was Blister in the Sun by the Violent Femmes. A very fun song to play on the mandolin. Works really nicely, and, well, it's just a great song to play. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I hope you enjoy all the lessons on this website, RPM, Rock and Pop Mandolin. We will try to continue to produce songs and song lessons for you over the coming weeks. Please hit that subscribe button down below in the lower right corner if you haven't already. It really helps us out. Leave a like as well, and maybe some comments down below if you feel like it. Thanks again for tuning in to RPM. I hope you had fun with today's lesson. Please tune in again to this channel, Rock and Pop Mandolin. My name is Mike DeJong.